What's up, guys? Imagine you're out in the wilderness on a trail you thought you knew, and suddenly nothing looks familiar. Your heart starts pounding, your mind races, panic sets in. What do you do? This has happened to me on my own land that I know pretty intimately. It's happened to me in state parks. It happens to me like more often than I would care to admit. But what do you hear at the start of like any survival movie or like some terrorist movie, whatever it is? Somebody's getting choking on a plane, whatever. You hear people yell, "Stay calm, don't panic." Staying calm is a crucial survival skill that helps avoid getting lost and making clear decisions in the heat of a stressful moment. But it's easier said than done, right? How panic affects you, why it increases your risks of getting lost in the woods, and practical techniques to stay calm and oriented. That's what we're talking about right now. But short and sweet, you got to relax. You got to take it easy. Now, panic brings on adrenaline and it cues that fight or flight response. There's also fawn too, flight, fight, or fawn. But whatever the effect, it's not good, right? So when we feel that drop in adrenaline, our cortisol level spikes. And we like start shaking before a fight, or like why people are stressed before like public speaking events. It decreases our ability to react to threats. And in some cases, it increases them, but really what it does is it narrows our focus and increases the bad effect or the probability of things going wrong. And it drives that instinct to like flee and run away or fight. And both of those things probably aren't like the best decision. If we're fighting, the potential for us to get cut, the potential for us to get like hurt, like our physical body damaged is high. If we just run, our the chances we get lost are exacerbated a whole lot. So people start moving. Let's say when people start running away from things and are lost in a survival situation, a really weird thing happens. They start spiraling in this circle, and that's based on their dominant foot. So we have a strong side and a weak side typically, and we want to spend more time on our strong side because it's strong. So if you're right dominant, you'll notice that show up in the track or in your stride length. And so we're spending more time, say, on our right foot, which means our left foot is taking a longer step. What that does on a large enough timeline is like our dominant foot is the inside the circle, and then the non-dominant foot. So we just create this circle, and this is why people will be walking for hours and hours and not get but a couple miles from where they thought they were, and they swear they're heading in the direction. But once the panic sets in, they're no longer making the correct judgment. They're just spiraling out of control. So it causes us to lose our sense of orientation, and it just goes further into the unknown areas. So it makes it even more difficult to retrace our steps when we're lost in a situation. So we got to stay calm. We got to remember that like we're okay here, particularly if you know survival skills. And you can never be homeless. You can never be without a home if you know how to make your survival from nothing. But panic creates tunnel vision. What do you hear when, like, you're playing paintball or you're training combatives or playing sports even, right? So the coach, the cue is like, heads up, right? Look alive. Keep your head on a swivel if you're like a tactical operator, right? It basically, if our head is down, we're missing stuff. Like if you aren't the lead dog, the view never changes. So stop looking down to the ground. We got to look up. When we're panicked, we might miss critical landmarks or directional cues because our focus is entirely on just getting out of there, right? We're in panic mode and we're not observing what's going on around us. Studies show all the time that like when our senses are open, our head is up, it actually changes our brain waves. And that's how like we can kind of become like one with nature. People go out into the woods and they say, "Man, I haven't, I haven't seen anything, and I've been in the woods for. I'm not seeing any deer. I'm not seeing any turkeys. I'm not seeing whatever." Chances are you're just plowing your way through the landscape with your head down, making a whole lot of noise. Slow down, keep your head up. You'll see stuff out there. Move for a little bit, stop. This is a video in itself, but panic makes us or leads to impulsive decisions and poor judgment, mainly because we're focused on other things. This is the same as like the disruption of logical thinking. Stress impairs cognitive function. Studies show that in people that have less resources, that like when your brain just doesn't develop as well in stressful homes as it does in like calm homes where your needs are met. So if we think about that in a survival situation, now it's like a very condensed time frame, but the basic survival skills and the orientation is affected by your ability to stay calm. So many times we hear stories about people like dying in the desert of dehydration while they have a full canteen. And this is just because they're panicked and they're like, oh, I might need to save this. Or they might abandon tools and say, oh, this is like too heavy. But those tools that like are essential to their survival, why are you getting rid of those? And it's just because people are in a weird mind state. Drink your damn water, don't let go of your tools, and relax. Calm down. And I want to share one of the easiest ways to do it is, or to calm down quickly, is not to hold a paper bag and like breathe into it. But maybe that works. I don't know. But breathing techniques are super effective at calming you. And I want to share with you the 7-8-4 breathing method. So we need to break up our breath into counts, right? And the first one, we're going to inhale for 7 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as we breathe in. Now we hold that breath for 8 seconds or 8 beats, whatever your measuring thing is, and then exhale forcefully for 4. And just do it now. And I can't count out while I'm doing it, but and instantly I start feeling relaxed and coming down and just like returning to a really grounded state. And if 1 doesn't work, do 2. If 2 doesn't work, do 3, and just continue this process. So we count it off. Inhale, and you're going to do it right now as I count you off. Ready? So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Forcefully exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it one more time. Inhale for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Forcefully exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guarantee if you did that with us, you're feeling more relaxed. This 7-8-4 breathing method, it reduces heart rate, regulates stress hormones, and like restores focus. So practice this technique next time you're feeling stressed, and you don't have to be lost in the wilderness. If you have like an important phone call to make or something that you're dealing with, try this strategy before you get into it. And hopefully that will help us remain calm. And remaining calm allows us to observe our surroundings, react to like actual threats that might. So like tunnel vision is great maybe if you're focused on like one threat, but the world around us and what we see in like defensive scenarios, like it's very rarely like one attacker anymore. And so being able to read the threats from multiple attackers, this is all just staying calm. And we talk about in like martial arts, you don't own a technique until you can be like relaxed while you're doing it. Jiu-jitsu, the saying is like, get comfortable being uncomfortable. And the calmer you are, the faster you can react. We're doing Filipino knife drills last night, and as soon as your mind starts like feeling the stress of a faster drill, I find myself like tensing up a bit. So I have to remind myself, just relax, and the drill starts flowing again. You find yourself, and that it's the relaxation, and you should be able to like have a conversation and not be stressed because there's really no threat in your training. But when we can get that calmness of training into real life scenarios, that's when we know that we like truly own the skill and we've reached mastery. So we got to stay calm, we got to stay relaxed. It's easier said than done, but it's essential to avoid getting lost in the sauce and making clear decisions that are rational and beneficial of the total group. And that's a whole nother thing, is when you have people looking to you as the leader and you don't want to let them down, it just adds to the stress. So 7-8-4 breathing, practice it. Do it 4 or 5 times a day, and you'll be amazed at the stress reducing capability of just that drill alone. So try it. Share your thoughts in the comments. How did that work for you? Check back with this video often because I want to hear how the 7-8-4 technique has changed your life. So thanks for watching. I know if you've made it this far, you're passionate for life and surviving whatever the universe throws at you. I would encourage you to like and follow so you never miss a video. But ultimately, sustainablehomestead.com is the place to go for all this information. Look through our resource library. Sign up for our Wednesday night Homestead Mastermind, where we have farmers, ranchers, bushcrafters, survivalists, preppers, project managers, and everybody on the spectrum discussing how to build abundance for yourself, your family, and your community. We are building the tribe so that you can do it faster and cheaper through the knowledge of all the people that have signed up already. If you really want the sheer download of information, come and join us in person. We're in Ridgeway, Virginia. SustainableHomestead.com, again, is the place to find our in-person schedule or book your own private class. We'd love to shave decades off the time it would take you to figure this stuff out on your own. And remember that preparedness today means peace of mind tomorrow. So I'll see you in the future.